fantastic. Hi. Welcome back. Here we are in San Antonio, Texas, and it is currently kind of raining out there. Drizzling a little bit. Texas is interesting because rain you either get like none or you get all of it. Like, there, you've been rained on. You happy? I'm messing around with a couple things here. You can see me glancing off to the side. It's because this camera is as if you were literally standing with your back to the wall facing me. So every time I look over there, the screen here shows that I'm looking on the opposite direction. It's just all very confusing, honestly. I don't know. It's a thing. But welcome to show number 105. And got a little story for you. A couple stories, really. It's been an eventful weekend. We tore up more of. We're tearing up a deck in our backyard. It's an old deck. Wasn't really sealed or preserved or anything, and it's pretty much falling apart. So I've been taking crowbars and circular saws and muscle cramps and pain and cursing and grumbling, and but this last weekend we got more stuff up and took the boards that we had gotten and cut them into more manageable chunks, which is a part of demo they don't talk about. The other fun thing that happened actually happened on the Facebook. So I am not speaking about the passing of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. May her name be a blessing. I am referring to the fact that I was wandering through Facebook and in Stephen Bruce's page. Stephen Bruce, author of the Dragera series of books, including all the Vlad Tolstoy and the Phoenix Guard books, and the most recently released one whose name escapes me, but I'm sure someone will leap to the fore and put it in comments at some point. Said he came up with this line in a song: "Ask me again if COVID ever ends." And said somebody ought to write a song about that with that in it, but it's probably not me. And then you've met me, so you have a pretty good idea how my brain works. So you can guess what happened. I riffed off the first verse and the chorus of what I'm about to play for you. And then somebody else said, hey, somebody ought to write the rest of this. Maybe this is something Todd Gallaglass ought to do. Michael Todd Gallaglass, Bard's Cloak of Tales, author of the Halloween Jack stories, and a whole lot more. Check him out, M. Todd Gallaglass. Said not me, but maybe, and this is where it gets weird because he invoked me. I was already reading, I was just casually looking at it, but he said, this is something that Matthew Laguerre should do. It's like, okay. And it took and I was like, well, I can do this, but that'd be fine. And then somebody else, Eric, who was also on the thread, said, you know what? I will pay you $100 if you make this into a 4-minute song. It's like, well, now I got to, don't I? And so I wrote it in about an hour, and I recorded it, and I posted it, and I shared it, and he Venmo'd me $100. So I are now a professional songwriter. 6 months ago, I could not even spell professional songwriter, but now I are one. So that's kind of set the theme for the songs we're going to do today. It's all about keeping your distance and the manner in which one might do so and communicate therein. That's my extremely flimsy concept for this show. It was a great excuse to tell you that story, which is still and it was literally $100 out of the freaking blue, which went to my Venmo, which is now slowly being transferred to an account where I can actually use it. Because I have a Venmo because I'm not like you hip young kids these days with your TikToking and your tweeting and your hipping and your hopping, but I do have a Venmo because sometimes I have to send money to you hip young kids. So that's where that is. Now this song is very definitely a country song. There was no choice in the matter. It came out, and it's just like, okay, Spirit of Ernest Tubb, be with me today. I'm bringing it up here because I'm not quite as coordinated as I ought to be on everything, but that's okay because it ain't a Troubadork show without some kind of mild technical frou-for-all. Also got to make sure that I'm not spiking out on the volume here. I'm watching that as well. All right, let's do this thing. So, you'll hear a lot of familiar chords, but country music. I want to take you in my arms and never let you leave. But in the interim, I am still coughing in my sleeve. My desire to have you by my side is much more than endemic, and I'd do so much more if 'twere not for this here darn pandemic. I wish that we could be more than just friends. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. My longing for your comfort's growing stronger every day. But what else can it do with us 6 feet or more away? The hunger for your touch, my love, is just short of outrageous. But we can't snog 'cause one or both of us might be contagious. I wish that we could be more than just friends. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. You ask me, can we meet again? I know it spells my doom. I'll do my best, but I can't pet your backside on the Zoom. Technology is really grand, but it's all doomed to fail. For the things I want to give to you, I simply can't email. I wish that we could be more than just friends. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. I listen to your voicemail and I long for your embrace. It's not the same with 6 layers of cloth from face to face. When this is over, you and I can frolic with impunity. I don't think I can wait till we develop herd immunity. I wish that we could be more than just friends. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. You sent me pics and movies, all intending to entice. Well, that's fine, but I still have to heed the CDC's advice. I want to stampede to your side, but what else can I do? What you and I both know, it's something much more than the flu. I wish that we could be more than just friends. I made a note wrong. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. Last verse. Promise. Well, now the time I fear has come for us to say adieu. I hope that you will love me still when this damn plague is through. We'll wait for that one special day our love is celebrated. But for your safety and for mine, we'd best keep separated. I wish that we could be more than just friends. Ask me again if COVID ever ends. Till then, I'm socially, emotionally distant. In case you're wondering, and some of you are, the entire writing process for this consists primarily of me writing something down, making sure the chords match, turning and going, how am I getting away with this? And then we continue. I'm noticing the laughing emoticons floating up during the song, and I'm going to take that as a sign that I'm doing it right. This is part of the help I'm writing a country song problem. That's alright, just means that I can annoy more people in more venues. I entirely expect to be thrown out of at least one country music venue with that song. Oh my, so that's how the theme of... God, I got an itchy nose. I got random hair in my nose here. Got my hair cut and everything, man. That's how the entire theme of this particular show sorted itself out and set itself up. The next song I am gonna do is one that I have done before, but I enjoy it and I hope you do too. As I like to say, this is one of your favorite songs and I hope it's one of mine. But I'm half tempted to continue to play the feed over here, you see. There's right under the screen I have my Facebook page up. Using the Hasselhoff method, yeah. I like the fact the microphone's actually in the shot, proving that I am a live streamer. That's how you can tell when you're a live streamer, because you've got a big frickin' microphone clearly in the shot. Big frickin' microphone says, I are a professional. Or that I have a big frickin' microphone. It's your call. Let's see here. Needs more jail, dogs, trucks, and beer. You know, with self-driving cars, we will eventually have a country song about a man whose truck leaves him. All right, so that's enough of that part. Let's go to the other song. And takes his dog with him. This one right here. Nice, happy little hotel room, because we are talking about being socially distant. And while we are not personally doing the hotel room thing, there's a lot of people who have to now. This hotel room's got a lot of stuff. A laundry bag and a shoe shine cloth. 32 hangers and a touch-tone phone with a light that comes on when I ain't home. I ain't home, I ain't home. You better leave a message 'cause I ain't home. They got an air conditioner for when I'm hot, a radiator for when I'm not. Two big chairs sitting side by side with a holy Bible and a TV guide. TV guide, a TV guide. Great God Almighty, it's a TV guide. The break between verses is getting bigger. You notice that? I'm just doing this twice. I got a second story view from curb to curb. I got a sign that reads, do not disturb. A monogram towel and a bucket of ice, a chest of drawers and a mirror that lies. Mirror that lies, a mirror that lies. That couldn't be me in that gorilla disguise. Here. They got a room service menu for food and drink, a porcelain throne and an aluminum sink. Two big pillows to rest my head, a magic fingers and a king-size bed. Put in a quarter, turn out the lights. Magic fingers make you feel alright. Feel alright. Magic fingers make you feel alright. If you don't know what magic fingers are, you're probably lucky. Well, this old hotel's alright with me. Yeah, they pay the postage if you lose the key. This hotel room's got a lot of stuff, but I do believe I've had enough. I called my baby, said, now don't you pout. I'm a-packing my bags and I'm checking out. Just as soon as you hang up the telephone, stick a candle in the window, I'm a-coming home. Coming home, coming home. Stick a candle in the window, I'm a-coming home. Whoa, coming home, stick The gorilla disguised lyric, Kay, is his, not mine. I actually thought for years that it was a mirror that lights, because most hotel room mirrors do have a light over them. But no, it lies. Because apparently he's come shambling into a hotel room on more than one occasion, looks in the mirror and thinks, oh my god, it's a gorilla. Which, if you've ever seen some of his pictures in the 70s, well, you can't argue that, really. Resolve. Always resolve the chord sequences. It is. The wind is a-blowing. We have some reports from some folks down in Palacios about Tropical Storm Beta, because we've already blown through all of the alphabetized names, and now we're into the Greek letters. Beta is underwhelming, which is good. We need an underwhelming storm or two. We need some really wow, was that it? Kind of storms. It will make us all a lot happier and make cleaning up a lot better, because there are some places out there in Texas that are definitely genuinely underwater, because most of Texas is flat. You put water on a flat thing and it just kind of stays there. Much of San Antonio is flat. But most of the highways in South Texas are actually designed, in many ways, to be sluices, to route the water away to places where it's supposed to drain off. And then we build where we're supposed to be draining off. And Texas. I love it. I worry about it, but I love it. All right, let's see. The next one, since we are being all socially distanced and stuff and keeping ourselves apart, we are doing a lot of this kind of online thing with email and stuff. I actually got to do some email support for a relative, which has not happened in more than a few years. You may be shocked to learn this and may find it hard to believe, but my immediate family does not come to me with technical support questions of anything more than a fairly general sense, and even then, extraordinarily rarely. Because I was my dad's IT guy for the first 3 or 4 years that we owned a computer, and the first 5 or 6 years from that. You worry about it because I love it. I do love Texas. It is hard to explain Texas to people because it is big enough to be 5 states. Alaska is much bigger. Alaska is about as big as maybe 1 to 2/3 of the entire continental United States. However, the populated areas, or at least the populated areas that we think of as populated areas, tend to be very, very skinny and along the water. Because you can't get to it from there otherwise. I've never been to Alaska. I'd love to be there one day. If anyone's watching this from Alaska, do not get upset. I will tell you stories about Texas stupidity all day long. It's not that we're proud of our stupidity. Most of the time, we're just kind of amazed by it because there tends to be a level of dumb that is otherwise unattainable. Even Florida gets sometimes like, what? It's a different kind of stupid, actually. Florida stupid is significantly different from Texas stupid. That's a whole other conversation we will have later. The next song is about a means of communication which is currently getting a lot of attention. And I will tell you this right now. A lot of folks who have been dealing with this pandemic by gathering postal addresses and sending out actual objects to other people, which is cool because it's a way to keep contact. And I personally am entirely for it. I actually use that to send the postal service to send stuff to my Patreon patrons and other peeps like that. And this is, yes it is, Kay, get happy, because here it is. I know you want to get happy. This is one of your favorite songs. You've told me this. All right. But I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring the notes up anyway because I'm being cautious. It's a Monday, and boy, howdy, we had a weekend. We had a week. It was just nuts. And now I want to sing a little bit about Platypi carrying the mail. As I figure where I put that song. I really should plan this a little bit better, shouldn't I? I know you're in here. I know you're in here. A lot of this is just getting Kay to go yee, because that's just fun. Also, it lets me know he's here and he's paying attention. There we go. Platypus, postman. Platypus, down. Even in a flood, he's still not stuck, 'cause the platypus postman swims like a duck. Where's the right tempo now? Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Even through the mud, they can't be beat. Yeah, they never sink because of their web feet. Not a dog will chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. In the cold and rain, they won't demur. They're protected by their thick coarse fur. Of all the post carriers on the scene, only one of them is a monotreme. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Believe in the platypus postman. He's got my mail. Platypus postman. End pretty. That's actually was a successful end pretty, and I'm kind of happy about that. Because y'all gotta remember, I've only really been doing this, and have written most of the songs you're going to hear that aren't covers, in the last 6 months. I know, right? I mean, really, it was the middle of March when I decided that I was gonna stream, and it was just me hitting the button on the Facebook Play thing and just blah, stuff. Now I have written all of these songs. I have more songs that are actually in the pipeline right now, as a matter of fact. I don't know about telling you what they all are, because that would ruin the suspense for some of y'all. My Patreon peeps will hear about them a little bit earlier. The rest of you will receive arcane comments on social media. Oh, wait. If you have not seen it, I did a GIF the other day, and I should post it on the Facebook page, where I just kind of like slide across the room on a chair. It's Bardic inspiration. It's very true. I got new wheels on this chair. You can actually take old wheels off of an office chair and put new ones on. This is awesome, man. These things just like slide everywhere, man. Of course, I'm also wearing socks, so I have absolutely no traction whatsoever. Slide around all over the place. Amy came in to give me a hug, and the force of the hug was so strong it actually knocked me sideways backwards. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. I'm kind of boggled myself. Theoretically, in a couple of days, we'll actually have a ring light, and we'll see if that changes things or not. As far as the illumination goes, I know that Rick is going to probably watch this, and Rick is kind of my erstwhile technical advisor when it comes to doing live streaming and doing lighting and stuff. And right now, the exposure and the white balance is okay. And which way am I going? This way. If I go this way a little bit more, I'm more in the middle of the shot. Yes. But, you know, I want to try to see if I can get some more warm in here, because right now I look even a whiter shade of pale than I usually do. Although this is still, I mean, let's disarm. Check this out. That is about as pale as it gets. That's as Caucasian as permitted. Just this side of being Irish. I have seen some amazingly pale Irish people. That's all right. I'm a Heinz 57 mix. But I digress. Clearly, I need to drink something. Hail hydrate. Pandemic pale. I like it. I come in pale, a whiter shade of pale, and minty green. And then after 2 weekends of fare, burnt. So, in so many ways, burnt. Physically burnt, mentally burned, emotionally burned. Hey, why not? Last song of this set, which has dragged on for longer than I bet people were expecting, is internet famous because we now have the internet. And I do have a project that is up on my social media on Facebook called Internet Famous. And I think we're all having focus issues at this point because I've really only gotten one clip for that project sent in. So if you had posted on there and said, hey, I'm interested, do a quick one and just, I mean, literally, it's like 3 seconds worth of you doing a thing to make it to be funny. And it doesn't matter how professional it is. It doesn't matter how good it looks. It doesn't matter how well it's lit or anything like that. As long as we can see you and hear you, I don't care otherwise. Perfect is the enemy of done, which is one of the 2 mottos of the Troubadork show. The other one of which is, I am not very good at this. So that saves a lot of time. This is one of the first songs that I wrote. And it's kind of funny now that I think about it. Because this is a banger. And it's much more... It's almost punk rock when I think about it. I don't do a lot of punk, but I do actually have a few things. So let's do it, yeah? I wanna be... I'm gonna sing it softer. I'm not gonna get as about it as I often do. I wanna be internet famous. I wanna make big internet bucks. I wanna get buckets of exposure, 'cause not being internet famous sucks. I wanna be internet famous, 'cause YouTube is just like being on TV. I wanna be internet famous. If those guys can do it, hey, why not me? I went on the internet and looked up how to be famous on the internet. How to play a game. Wear a hat. Put on some makeup. Show us your cat. It's all so easy. Who can blame us? 'Cause everybody wants to be internet famous. I wanna be internet famous. I wanna make big internet bucks. I wanna get buckets of exposure, 'cause not being internet famous sucks. I wanna be internet famous, 'cause YouTube is just like being on TV. I wanna be internet famous. If those guys can do it, hey, why not me? I got a solo. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah! It's all so easy. Don't need skills. Somehow the ad views pay all your bills. Remember Andy Warhol? What he did proclaim was, in 15 minutes we'll all be internet famous. I wanna be internet famous. I wanna make big internet bucks. I wanna get buckets of exposure, 'cause not being internet famous sucks. I wanna be internet famous, 'cause YouTube is just like being on TV. I wanna be internet famous. If those guys can do it, hey, why not me? Key change. We all wanna be internet famous. We wanna make those internet bucks. We wanna drown in all of that exposure, 'cause not being internet famous sucks. We all wanna be internet famous. That's why we rant and rail and we make such a fuss. We all wanna be internet famous. If those guys can do it, hey, why not us? And so we come shambling in, soaked to the bone, tired, beaten, bedraggled, but otherwise unbowed, to the end of another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork Non-Commute Show. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Pandemic Pale Ale. Someone ought to market that, Joseph. Someone really ought to. Hey, why not? I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me again. We will continue to do this for a while. Texas is in a weird place because they have put forth some orders or directives, because we don't like to tell people what to do here in Texas until we do decide we want to tell people what to do, and then we tell them that a lot of places are going to go up to 75% capacity. here in San Antonio, there's that kind of gauge, the danger gauge. There's like really, really green, kind of a pale green, yellow, kind of red, and oh my god, red. And we're just on the inside of that really, really green section right now. So things are fairly safe. The goal here is to not screw this up and go back over here. So I am still working from home voluntarily, going into the office occasionally. I was in the office 4 days last week, so this week I'm going in and out if I can manage it. Let everybody else go into the dang office for a little while. See how they like it. So we can pretty much count on shows tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. I am trying to do more recording. I am actually off work on Friday and I'm off work on Monday. So I have the real challenge of trying to remember to do a show on Monday. I may not because I have the day off and that rhythm is completely messed up. But we'll see how that goes. Let's do the things and say the things. I don't put my Patreon stuff up in the descriptions anymore, and I've been told maybe I should. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air about it. But anyway, over here we have the tip jars, which are paypal.com/theadequate and Venmo @theadequate. Hey, someone paid me $100 to write a song for them, so I might as well put it up there. And I want to thank Eric, who's the guy who paid me the $100, by the way, and Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda for dropping some bucks in the bucket. For more long-term commitment to supporting adequacy in our lifetime, I would direct you to patreon.com/theadequate, which is now completely filled this side of the screen. Dig that. I want to thank Linda and Ann and Stephen and Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for being my party on, party down Patreon patron posse. Yeah! Patreon folks get previews of songs. They got the first listen to Socially Emotionally Distant, both the demo with the first verse and the chorus, and then the full version of it. They get all kinds of other cool stuff, including a continuing update of our battle station here, where I do all this stuff. At the various levels, you get digital stuff, you get physical stuff, you get books and buttons, and the $10 a month level is the You're So Damn Smart level, where you can tell me to write a song about a thing that you specify, and then I have to write it, and then I'll perform it here. Yeah. Richard, I am still thinking about that. I will talk to you about that. I think that's going to be a side project entirely. So we will discuss that in just a little bit here. I'll drop you a message in regard to that thing, which is a comment that no one else will get, and that's okay. That's patreon.com/theadequate for all of your adequacy needs. We have the archives over here at facebook.com and twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate, as well as the YouTube channel here, youtube.com/MPLEGARE. And I want to give a shout out to Chaos, who can't stop herself from doing copy editing and actually went through my entire YouTube playlist in the Troubadork thing and told me what I had done wrong so I could fix it. Thank you. It's not a Troubadork show without some kind of technical frou-for-all, and you caught all the frou-for-all, and I appreciate that a great deal. So the playlist now makes more sense thanks to my friend Chaos. It's a beluga, you schmuck! That's specifically to get Chaos to giggle. Alright, I think that's everything. So, we'll be back here tomorrow, probably about the same time, probably about the same place, probably about the same chair, in the same room, in the same house, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas. Those of you who are watching this on replay, thank you for checking in. Keep circulating the tapes. Share this out with people. What the hell? The worst thing that could happen is they could watch a few seconds and go, meh, and click again. The best thing that could happen is that they could get into the habit of watching this, which isn't the worst thing you can do of an afternoon or evening or late night or whenever you're watching it, because I know I do well in replays because I see the replay views when I go to look at the thing. We're in a weird place. We're still in a weird place, and it's gotten weirder. Don't give in to despair. Despair sucks. Let's not do that. I tried despair once. It was exhausting. And that's part of the reason why I do the things that I do, is because I want to give y'all a way to not go down that particular diseased rabbit hole. We will get through this. We will help each other get through this, and we will help each other be well. So be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Support your local shops if you can. Even if it's just mentioning them in social media or buying a gift card for them, because that gift card is a present to your future self. Y'all have been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.